Welcome to another episode of You Call the Shots. This series of videos is dedicated to fans that have supported the Kickstarter page that I used to raise money for my CD. So I had a supporter that asked if I would do an episode on two different topics. One is when to play and not to play, and maybe what to play with a guitarist when you're working with a guitar player. And the other half of their question had to do with when should they use play clean through a vocal mic versus amplified harmonica through an amplifier with bullet mic style. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to give you my 2 cents on those two topics. The first one, when to play and when not to play. It's an excellent question that comes up a lot. So here's my 2 cents on it. Assuming there are vocals in the song, the number one rule is don't play over the vocals. In fact, I would just say don't play anything at all when they're singing. Really understand. That means you need to be aware of when they're coming in with their vocals and what their phrasing is like, so you don't step on their vocals by accident, which can happen quite easily. And that's the first step, is don't, if you are going to play, because I mean I've heard it done rarely, but I've heard it done tastefully by some really well-known harmonica players where they're playing super quiet and doing some kind of coloring in the background while the vocals are going on. But as a general rule, I'd say stay away from the vocals, just to be safe. Other than that, when there's rhythm guitar going on and there's no vocals, your role is to sort of fill the filler riffs in between the vocals. So you can play riffs and kind of get away with doing all sorts of things in between. It's really up to you. You could play a riff, you could do some chugging, some rhythm accents that go along with the rhythm guitar, and that's kind of how I approach it. Is you're filling in, you're doing those fills between the vocals when you're playing with another guitar player. And of course, if there were another instrument that was soloing, you would stay away from it and maybe not play anything while they solo, or really quietly in the background you could do some coloring, as they call it. Try to think of dynamics too, like if it's the solo, you have room to be a little bit louder, but if you're just doing riffs and filler stuff, maybe kind of bring your volume down just a little bit, just to differentiate between the two. So that's all I got to really say about that. Let's talk about playing clean through a vocal mic versus amplified harmonica. You know, that's a great question. Well, first of all, let's start with this. If you're playing with a guitar player only and it's acoustic, I would recommend primarily just playing through the vocal mic. I just think it complements it better. I've done it once or twice with, playing amplified through a small amp with an acoustic guitar, but as a general rule, I think playing clean or through just the vocal mic going through the PA system is a better fit. When we're talking about a full band, you now immediately have the option to play that Chicago-style amplified blues harmonica versus vocal mic. So there's no real rhyme or reason as when to use one versus the other. It's a matter of taste and choice as to what the song may call for. I'm trying to think. Specific examples of when I play clean through a vocal mic with a full band is maybe a quieter song where I really can milk and get the most out of that sweet amplified sound when you're playing off mic and using wah-wah techniques, like a Sonny Boy Williamson song. That's what I would choose. And then there's a couple other songs that may just call for that sound, but it's really a matter of choice at that point. If it's that classic Chicago, Sweet Home Chicago or something, I mean, sure, it's going to call more for that amplified sound, but it's really choice. I mean, it's a matter of choice at that point. So that covers the two topics. There will be several more videos coming out titled You Call the Shots. And We'll be talking about all sorts of other things. And I'm trying to think real quick on my toes here real quick what's coming up. I'll be in Texas in May, starting in mid-May. If you want to find my calendar, just go to ronnieshellist.com. I'm doing a Texas tour starting all over Dallas. I'm working my way down to Houston, Texas towards the end of the month. Looking forward to that. I'm also offering a harmonica workshop in Dallas. I'll post the information and a link to that workshop in the video description so you can read about it and sign up if you're going to be in that area. And I'll post the date. Well, you just go to the link. It'll tell you. So that's all I got for today. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys very soon.